Hey friends, my name is Jackson and welcome back to my channel, Gender Not Found. So I just want to give some final updates to everything that's gonna be going on with my channel over the next few months because this is gonna be a lot going on over the next probably 3.5 months and maybe beyond depending on how things are going by that point. Hang on. So, I was gonna do Get to Insanity over like either yesterday or today, but I ended up going to the movies. I have my own movie on Tuesday, and then I have a movie with my mom today. It was technically my birthday movie, but we're actually doing two birthday movies. So, we're doing another movie. The other movie is coming out in like a month, and this movie had already been out for a bit, so the theater was clear enough to watch it. Actually, it only came out like a week and a half ago, but the theater was clear. Literally, we were the only two people in there, but it was super fun. Today was a horror movie, and then the next one that's coming out in a month is going to be a family movie. It's called If, which stands for Imaginary Friends. So, okay, so I wanted to discuss. So basically, Rocket to Insanity is going to be next week at this point because tomorrow I have my support worker, and then on Friday I have a thing with my group of other neurodivergent people or special needs people or whatever you want to call them. I have that group which is doing pottery and it's like 4 hours long, so I'm gonna need to take the rest of the day to recover from that. If I have the time or if I'm able, I might record tomorrow, but more than likely, I'm just going to be, not recording and taking the day for myself. Because having my support worker for a couple hours, it might not be a lot for most people, but, I'm gonna have to spend a while after recovering, and especially with everything else that's going on this week, even just leaving the house to go to the movies, it's still interaction, you still have to go out and talk to people, and having autism and depression and everything, it's just really stressful for me to even do that, so, but either way, I am going to be doing Rocket to Insanity. If I'm not doing it this week, don't expect it this week, that's all I'm saying. But my next video, if I need to, I'm gonna put it out next week. And next week is going to be, I think, Rocket to Insanity and Rocket to Insanity Alternate Ending. They're both gonna be in one video because I only have a certain number of videos. I think I have 7 videos left until my 200th video, and I want to do something kind of special for that. I actually have a plan for that I'm hoping to do in June. So, as soon as I'm done with the Rocket to Insanity project, which I think is 4 parts long, so I'm gonna do, next week is gonna be Rocket to Insanity and Rocket to Insanity alternate ending for sure, and possibly more. I was planning to do both Rocket to Insanity alternate ending, and also Rocket to Insanity Fall of the Apple Family. Then I was gonna do Dawn of a Dying Pegasus, and then I'm gonna do Twilight's Passage, and also I'm coupling that with the last part, which, like I said, a different author wrote, but I'm still gonna put it out on my channel, because it's kind of an ending of sorts. So, I think it's called Twilight's Revenge, but I have to look into that. But I'm gonna do that as one video, so it's gonna be... So, the next video that I'm putting out is gonna be Rocket to Insanity and Rocket to Insanity Alternate Ending. Then the next video is gonna be Rocket to Insanity Fall of the Apple Family. Then the next video is gonna be Dawn of a Dying Pegasus. And then the next episode, which is gonna be the last one, is gonna be Twilight's Passage and Twilight's Revenge, and those two are going to be coupled together, so that's just going to be in one video. So, I think I have about 4 videos left until the ending, or until I'm, done for until the end of May at least. I'll be back in June. I'm planning to do, and then, so basically I'm going away for an entire month and possibly longer if I finish the Rocket to Insanity series early. I'm just doing that because I don't want to do that while I'm living with my mom, and I really wanted to get it out, but now I'm not going to be able to get it out this summer, or if I do, it's going to be much later, and I don't really want to do that. I didn't really want to make you guys wait, because originally I was planning to put it out in May, but now I'm actually not putting any videos out in May, and I definitely didn't want to dive into a series like that when I was, like, living with my mom. And, like, basically, one of the main reasons I'm leaving is to just work on scripts for my YouTube channel. Like, it's for mental health reasons, yes, but it's also so I can work on scripts for my channel. That's gonna be the majority of what I'm gonna be doing, is working on a bunch of scripts for a bunch of videos for my channel, so that when I come back, I can do, like, a huge content dump for you guys. And then, so in June and July, I'm gonna be doing a huge content dump, especially in July, because, like, in June, I am going to be at home a lot because my mom's going to be at work. My mom's going to be at work on the weekdays. I'm obviously going to be alone during May too when my mom goes to work, but, like, it's not even like I'm just taking the month off because I need it, honestly. And then in June and July, I'm gonna do a huge content up. And then, I am gonna do some stuff in June, but it's probably not gonna be as much as I'm planning to do in July. I actually have a lot more planned for July, and hopefully the stuff I don't get to in June, I'll get to in July. And then, my mom's literally not going to be there at all. I'm still going to be living with her because even if they're not doing more repairs in July, which they might not be, I'm not gonna be able to move in because I don't know. The landlord said it was going to be at least a month. So yeah, I'm not expecting to move back in, and I'm not going to just move back in the middle of July when my mom's not around, and I can't really move back in without her anyway. So I'm going to just wait until she comes back from her trip, and then we'll worry about that then. But hopefully by then I'll have subsidized housing, or like another apartment or something. I don't know. I'm going to be looking at other apartments, and I actually asked my mom if she could help me with that, and I'm going to be doing stuff. So anyway, also over the next couple months, I'm going to be worrying about stuff that has to do with my birthday. So throughout May and June, I'm going to be doing, like, a bunch of birthday stuff, and that includes getting my snake, which I'm getting it May 26th. That's when the expo is. There's an expo May 26th, so I will be going to a reptile expo on May 26th, and I'm going to really enjoy it, and that's when I'm going to pick up my snake, because I just want to save money on shipping. It's probably going to cost a lot to ship the snake. I don't know how much it costs to ship a snake, but, like, at the same time, also, the other thing about shipping a snake is, like, I don't want to get it shipped to my place, obviously, but I also don't want to get it shipped to my mom's place because it depends on what day it is, and it could be sitting outside, and I don't know, like, what anything is going to be like. I don't know what's going to be going on. Honestly, it just makes way more sense to go do it at the expo, and I need my mom to drive me because I can't just go, like, pick him up and bring him home in an Uber. People are going to seem like there's no possible way for me to get him home. He's not like a tiny insect that I can just keep, like, get a container for it and tuck it into my drawstring bag. Like, yeah, he's pretty small for a snake, but is he going to be able to be tucked into my drawstring bag? I don't think so. And if the Uber drivers see me with that snake, they're gonna say something, and they're gonna not want to pick up my ride. Even if I call a pet Uber, they can still say no, like, if they have an animal that they don't like, and most people are gonna say no to a snake. So it just makes more sense. And also, if they get there and they decide they don't like my snake and they don't want to take us, then I have to pay a cancellation fee. And I don't think Passport pays for the cancellation fees either, so that means they're coming out of pocket. So it just makes so much more sense to have my mom drive me. She said to wait to buy the tickets, which is fine because they're not even for sale yet either. Like, the expo, there was an expo on the 14th, and I was at that expo, and then it, like, just ended. So yeah, it just ended. It was just on Sunday, like a few days ago. I did get cake after the expo, by the way. I went to the Square One and I got cake, which I got 2 slices. And then I'm gonna get more slices for my birthday. I'm gonna get, like, probably 4 slices, maybe 5 or 6. I don't know. It just depends. how much money I have and how much money, I don't know. I have a lot of priorities for my birthday that I'm worrying more about, like my snake, and I want to get a soda stream too. But excuse me. I just have a belly full of popcorn and soda. So anyway, like I was trying to say, basically, May I'm taking the month off, and I'm probably gonna just end a little early. I'm guessing by the end of next week, I'm probably going to have the series completely done. Like, I'm going to have Rocket to Insanity completely finished. Also, I'm going to be recording throughout June and July. In May, I'm just getting scripts ready. I'm probably not going to be doing any recording, I'm not planning to do any recording at all because that's going to interfere with my plan of just getting scripts ready. I have so many projects planned that need to be scripted, and I have to get the scripts ready. Like, there's stuff like I want to review season 1 of that show that I keep talking about. That's going to be my 200th video, by the way. That's what I'm planning anyway. I also want to do top 12 episodes of The Amazing World of Gumball because I'm going to finish it probably tonight. I'm down to the last, 15 episodes, I think. So, there's not that much left. And they're also 11 minutes and not 30 minutes, so there's that too. But, I also have a lot of other scripts that I want to get ready, and I really want to just do as much as I can. Like, I want to review, in July, I'm hoping to review High Guardian Spice, for one thing. Also, The Ghost of Molly McGee. Again, I have to finish that. Like, I'm not done yet. The only video I did on that was a first impressions, and that one wasn't even scripted. But I do want to review that stuff. And then I just have a bunch of other, mini projects that I like to do, where I'm just reviewing one episode of something, or where I'm talking about a certain subject, or whatever, but it needs a script anyway, like, those kinds of things. Like, I don't know what all I'm gonna do, but I may get as many scripts done as possible throughout May, and possibly throughout June as well. Like, just because I'm recording throughout June doesn't mean I'm done with my scripts, because I might just keep working on my scripts and just do more and just do as much as I can. And I'm doing a huge content dump in June, and then I'm doing, the biggest content dump I've ever done in July, because also, I got a suggestion from some guys in one of my group chats on Facebook, and they suggested that I could review anime for my YouTube channel, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna watch some anime, and then I'm gonna do, I'm either gonna do a mini script, or I'm just gonna do, an unscripted video. What I'm probably gonna do is do, an unscripted video, or a video that's barely scripted, a partially scripted video, which is the ones where I kind of just, write down a few bullet points and then go more into them in the video and kind of talk about them. And the bullet points are just kind of there so I can see what I want to talk about, and then I can go more into things. But it's not going to be completely scripted. I'm probably going to do something completely scripted later on, maybe later on in the year or next year or something. But doing that kind of script is going to take a long time, especially if I'm writing for something super long. Like, someone suggested Fairy Tail, but I think that's a show, which it's gonna be really long, and yeah, which I think it's gonna be, really long to watch all that and then write a script about it and go into everything, so I'm probably just gonna do a partially scripted thing, and then, I don't know, maybe come back to it later and give more detail or something, or I don't know, just talk about a few episodes or something, because doing a review on an entire show is one of those things that is either my middle of the year project or my end of the year project. And I'm also moving some stuff around right now. I'm still hoping to do an end of the year project, but I guess that depends on a few things. Um, like, honestly, I'm doing a huge content dump in June and July because the rest of the time, I don't know. Once August starts, I don't know. It depends on a lot of things. For example, where I'm living, and it also depends on, because if I'm still living with my mom in August, then that could be potential roadblock to me recording any videos in August. So if I'm still living with my mom, if I can somehow convince her and I don't have a place yet, then I definitely will be doing that in August, and I'll just be like not recording any videos, and August will just be me writing more scripts or preparing for videos in some way so that I can come back. But and it also depends on like the whole thing with the lawsuit and how that's going. I'm gonna start the process for the lawsuit in August because my mom is going away to a trip in July, and I don't really feel like getting into a whole thing with a lawsuit. And then my mom goes away for a month, and if I need her help with something, I can't reach her. I can't get her help. I can't do any of that. So definitely, yeah. And like, she is gonna even have a problem receiving calls there. Like, she said she'd work it out so we could have a phone call on my birthday, but I don't even know if that's possible. But like, it honestly depends. After after July, I don't know what's going to happen because it depends on a lot of stuff. But like I don't know what the lawsuit process is going to involve. I don't know how involved it's going to be or how long it's going to take or like how any of that works. I've never done anything like this before. Thank God I've never had to sue anyone before because it seemed according to everything I've read online, it could be a really complicated and long process, but hopefully it won't be that long because I actually have a lot of evidence, like text from the landlord refusing to do repairs and a picture of a mouse in a garbage can because a mouse ended up in my garbage can. So he was alive, and then my mom just let him go outside. But anyway, it's gonna depend on a lot of stuff. I'll try and keep you guys as updated as possible on like everything, but also once I begin the lawsuit process, I'm going to be taking any videos down where I mention anything about the lawsuits and then just re-uploading them when everything's over. And I don't even know how long that's going to take. And I'm probably not going to be able to talk about anything involved with the lawsuit throughout the lawsuit process because, like, that's one of the rules. You're not supposed to talk about the case, I don't think. I don't Actually, maybe that's just for lawyers. I don't know if you can talk about the case when you're in the middle of it, but I also probably shouldn't mention anything about it just because anything that I say, the lawyer or the landlord's lawyer could hold against me. But either way, so I'm letting you guys know that I don't know what's going to happen. I have plans for May, June, and July, but even those might not pan out how I planned, depending on, like, whatever happens. Like, if I suddenly get subsidized housing, I'm going to need to plan around that, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm seriously probably not going to get subsidized housing. I fucking doubt it, but I'm fucking working on this anyway. I don't know, I'm slowly losing hope, but I don't know. I gotta hold on to something, because otherwise I would just die. Either way, I don't know what's going to happen. I have plans for the next 3 months, but like I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know anything. I don't. I have plans, but those might fall apart, and for now, I don't know what to say, except I love each and every one of you guys. I love each and every one of you guys. Please don't forget to always be yourself. You are valid. Don't forget to be good to yourself and to others. And I will see all you guys in the next video, which is probably going to be Monday or Tuesday. Bye.